The dogs are there to be good teachers for you, things that you can take and incorporate in your other daily life with other human beings.
You know, they don't talk the way we do, but they talk in different ways, and they're there for you. They don't care what sort of day you had, they love you no matter what.
And this is Julian.
Her name is Sally.
This is Marquis.
This one is Tootsie Roll. Oliver. And this is Happy Jack.
This is Cisco.
And this is Avery, 5th Avenue.
Now the Salt City Cluster is 4 shows. It's 4 different clubs.
And this is Louie. This is Joe Fiel.
Ours is, we call it the Anchor Club because we are located here in Syracuse, New York, and that is the Onondaga Kennel Association.
This is Buddy. This is Hetty. This is DeLorean.
Then we have the Finger Lakes Kennel Club.
This is Medea.
A little bit to the east of us, central New York.
This is Keegan. Kiara.
This is Jordy.
This is Harry.
And then up north, North Country.
Michonne.
So this is Nino. Open dogs, 5.
This is Twyla.
9. This is Grier.
Oh, this is Derby.
The 4 clubs collaborate to have their cluster show 4 days here at the New York State Fairgrounds.
This is Bridget. Treasure.
This is Maddie. Vega.
Good boy, Archie.
We do encourage well-bred, health-tested, purebred dogs. And we encourage people to not only breed their dogs, but to show them in what we call conformation, which is the structure, is the judging of the structure of the dog, the anatomy of the dog.
Every breed has a standard, so you want to judge to the standard. And every breed has a different standard, so it's not all the same.
The judge expects a certain behavior out of the dog. That they stand still, let the judge examine the dog, touch them all over.
They look at the anatomy of the head, the mouth, the dental, if it has a good bite.
And then they're supposed to trot around the ring in a specific pattern. They earn points pending the number of dogs that they're shown against. Every breed and every region of the country has a different point schedule. And they need to get what's called a major. In other words, 3 points or more at one show. 2 majors, total of 15 points to become a champion.
And then also they judge the dog by its movement, how it has a stretch to go forward. The back hind end has to have good drive for the dog. So they evaluate the dog going sideways. They also evaluate the dogs going away from them and coming back to them to see if their shoulder lie is good and hindquarters are done properly. So basically each dog does have its stipulations, and this is what the judge evaluates the one against the other in the breed ring.
Everybody thinks it's because they smell blood, but it's because they are the first blooded, purebred line from France and then through England. It's a long story. I've had bloodhounds for over 40 years. I had always had basset hounds. My family raised and showed bassets. When I got married, my husband insisted on getting a bloodhound. I'd never seen one in my life and just fell in love with the breed. Just a bigger version of a basset. Oh, I don't know exact count on how many I've had, probably more than 50 over the years. Currently I have 10.
Oh, you have a ball. Give me a ball. I can see it. Your mouth is so big.
Just don't knock me over. Each one's personality is different.
What a nice doggy.
Even though I have 10 dogs, each one gets their special time, their training time, and they get excited when I take one out, and the others get jealous, like, oh, you got a special training time with me. The standard says they are shy, and they often are. They have to be socialized a lot, but they're very loving, they're very bonded to their families. I've had many who are specialty winners. They've won a bloodhound specialty show. I have one now who has placed in the top 20 bloodhounds in the United States for 5 years in a row. All of mine are champions or grand champions. And I have one who is not even 2 yet, who is in the top 20 already. So they do wonderful in the conformation show, and I do all venues. I've always said bloodhounds can do it all, everything from obedience to agility. They even do dog sledding, just to keep them busy. The one on this end, that's a Deja, Sleepy Hollow's Deja Vu. One here, this is Carrie. She was, legacies call me Ishmael. She was an only puppy out of the litter. And the one on the far end is Mira. She is betting on a miracle at Sleepy Hollow. You have a 100-pound puppy or one who is trained. They're very strong. So sometimes you just have to do what they want. And they are very humbling as far as if you think you know how to show a dog and then you get a bloodhound puppy who doesn't want to show. They like to embarrass you. Yeah, what are you doing? Good boy. I've had some roll over with their belly up for the judge. Not exactly easy to examine them when they're doing that. Even though they are trained to come when called, once they're on a particular scent, they go deaf and they will travel for miles following their nose. Yeah. It's 10 years old now. They do have feelings, and bloodhounds are a very sensitive breed. Sometimes you can't even raise your voice, and then they'll go and pout in a corner because they're very sensitive to any correction. This one thinks he's a giant cat, so he tries to knock you over all the time. Yeah, good boy. There you go.
Hold still. I want the haircut to complement the structure of the dog. And if he's got good structure, a nice haircut kind of shows that off.
Is it much fun grooming her?
No, I hate it. It's kind of therapeutic. I have friends who swear it's so relaxing. And every evening, it's relaxing. It's a chore.
Each one's personality is different.
Now, when your dog's home, even though they're a grand champion, do they do things at home that aren't, championship quality?
You're talking about a pug.
I think every dog can be opportunistic about certain situations.
She gets into the garbage and pulls out paper.
So she's bossy in the yard.
His favorite thing to do is steal shoes.
And she will dominate the boys. They are mud lovers. She will make sure that dog knows who's boss.
The minute you put a harness on him, he's got to go and roll over and run and rub it into the ground.
When she's in her crate, she takes her lips like this and sleeps like that with her lips up against the crate, so she's like smiling at you.
Yeah, they do have a certain level of intelligence, definitely.
When it's bedtime and I'm sleeping on the couch nodding, she'll come and push me like, okay, come on, let's go to bed.
When we lost our female pug in December, he howled for a day.
I equate them to intelligence level of maybe a toddler.
Did you not sleep well last night?
He sleeps on his back like a person? With his paws up in the air? You weirdo. Her biggest quirk is she will only potty at home, so that can be difficult.
He likes to be the center of attention, and when he's not, he's a little problematic.
She loves to get dressed up for St. Patrick's Day. She wears her hat, her tutu.
Yeah, he's a 14-month-old teenager that's just realized he's a boy. So he's a handful.
Quack, 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 quack.
We do encourage performance, and that's why it goes hand in hand with the conformation. Be basic obedience and rally.
We are competing utility, open B, novice, beginner novice, and rally. So if you're doing beginner novice, it's not too bad. It is the best thing to do with your dog. You build such a bond together, you become a team, and it's extremely rewarding, and it's a really great activity to do with your dog. There's a lot more involved with the higher levels, for sure. There's hand signals, there's jumping, there's scent work involved.
Then the dog has to go and pick up the dumbbell that their owner's scent is on. Come back, sit in front, and then do a heel.
It makes them a better, a well-mannered dog. A dog you can count on. You can put them in a stay if there's a situation where there's danger. You can put them in a stay. Or let's say you drop a pill on the floor. You've taught them to leave it so they don't touch it. So all these things are very important, and it just makes your relationship with your dog so much better.
You have to give time for a handler to have bonding with the dog. When they have a rapport with the dog, then they can take your dog comfortably in a ring and show the dog. Just like you train for obedience, you train for conformation also. And some people like to use what we call bait, a certain treat the dog likes. Then you have some judges that don't want any of that in their ring. So you have to really, as a handler, have a bonding with your dog, eye contact, so the dog knows what you expect of the dog. You have to teach the dog that they have to properly show themselves. They can't be hopping around and, they have to walk in a certain way, pace in a certain way. The dog has to show themselves off. It is a little bit of a runway show, it really is. Each dog has its own style, its own beauty, its own being handsome. Some of them are very willing to please their owner at any cost. Others, they just want the full attention. They want to be the cuddle bug. Then you have the one that's independent but still wants to be your best friend. So yes, they even tone of voice. They can recognize if you're sad, if you have a concern, and in the ring too, if you're anxious. You have to be eager to win, not anxious to win. If they feel that you have a concern, it goes right down the lead to the dog, so the dog can feel your emotions, definitely.
And do you have any advice for people who are showing their dogs?
Yeah, I think my advice is to make sure you're having fun. When it stops being fun, there's no reason to be doing it. And the dog should be having fun. None of this is a cure for cancer. It's a hobby for most of us, all of us. And we all come from dogs at some point. We all love dogs. So win or lose, you still go home with your best dog.
They're one of the original breeds, old breeds. They come out of Tibet. They were used in the monasteries to guard the monks. Just happened to buy one and then just fell in love with their personality and the way they acted and the fact there wasn't a whole lot of them around. They have this whole yard here. They're just a different breed that people need to see and get accustomed to realize how great they are, really. Oh, they can be clowns. They can be stubborn. They're hard to train because they're smart. You have to be smarter than they are. Sometimes it takes almost a year to get them potty trained because they're stubborn. They're a watchdog. You don't need a lot of doorbells or cameras around.
How do they like being in the ring?
Jack loves it. Oliver is, depends on the day of the week. They're easy to train in the ring, to walk and do all that. But anything strange, they're very suspicious of it. You take them out to different stores and see different people and see different things, so they're more accustomed to it. Otherwise, they're going to be very intimidated in there, so they won't want to show properly. Unless you've really desensitized them or socialized them with other people, they prefer their owner.
She is the biggest pussycat.
Mine will go with other people as long as they know who they are. But if they don't know who you are, they don't want to go with you. See, that's what he does. He just lays right into you. They want to be on with their person. You sit down, you might have 6 dogs on top of you. And they've all got their specific spot they're going to sit. Oliver, he'll go over the top of everybody to get to be the closest. And he's big on giving dog hugs. They lay down. That way you can start down low on them. If I'm working on one, quite often there's a line because that's their one-on-one time and they prefer their one-on-one time.
The hair is supposed to be perfectly straight, and he's got a little wave in it here, so you iron it. Their eyelashes are so long, you can see them there, that it'll push the hair out from their eyes. His hair is up in pigtails, but it'll push the hair out so they actually can see through there very easily. It's just something to do, it's fun.
Do you think there's anything that dogs can teach humans?
Oh my God, I think most of what I learned from dogs, yes.
Dogs live in the moment, so whatever makes them happy at that time. People need to learn how to just live in the moment, not live in the past or regret things and worry about the future.
I'm so excited.
Just enjoy your time now, and dogs do that very well.
It's so exciting.
Because I think everyone needs to feel like they're taking care of someone or something, that something depends on them. And I think it's just innately, you know, we're not meant to be totally alone.
Right? Are we a team? This is, yeah. Do you think he's mommy's boy?
They're really wonderful animals. I mean, they love you regardless of even how you treat them, you know.
You my boy? Yeah, okay.
Papa.
Yay!
He's a big kisser.
And you know what? Dogs are so forgiving, and I think we could certainly, as a human race, learn that from our canine friends.
A dog can be your best listening partner, and they don't talk back. They're mostly of your mind.
I'm not sure I'd trust somebody who doesn't like dogs.
We call him the bowling ball. We call him Gumby. We call him Fatso, don't we? Yes.
Like we're pretty much very much in love with each other.
They give so much, I can't imagine it without a dog.
Hi. Oh, I know you.
He's honestly just like a couch ornament.
Loves to play, everything is a joke.
I got rid of my first husband, but I kept my dogs.